Hey.
Yo, what is up, peeps? This is Proud Demon Reaper. We are going to be talking about a very special topic with you guys today. And with me to talk about this topic is.
Sorry, what?
With me to talk about this topic is.
Oh, the Phoenix. What up?
The topic we are going to be talking about today is the friend zone. A lot of you guys have been in it or have put somebody else in it.
Dun
And
dun dun.
today we are going to be talking about our personal experiences with the friend zone. Bum bum
Boo.
bum. And kind of how we feel about either being put in it or putting others in it. So, to get started, I think we should let Phoenix talk about her experiences with the friend zone.
Oh, goody, I get to go first. Okay. Um, I guess to begin with, I'll talk about what I think it means to be stuck in the friend zone. It's pretty basic. Just one person has feeling for somebody else, and that other person does not care whatsoever about you in that way. And there's no other way around it except just sticking you in the friend zone and making you a permanent friend, and you are destined to never be able to get out. It's like a black hole. Um, I've been put in the friend zone a couple times by one of our friends. Actually, two of our friends. By two of our friends. Not gonna name them. Um, I'll keep them anonymous for their, I don't know, for their discretion, whatever the word would be.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm kind of
but
curious on who the second
it
one is. You can tell me after we're done with this
Do
collab,
you
but.
know who the first one is? I don't know. Are any of them going to actually be listening? I don't care.
Well, I
It's not
know.
like, okay,
I know.
first one is Eric. So,
Oh, I did not know the first one was him.
yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
first one's Eric, because I guess technically he was kind of all of our friends, but I was closer to him. Me and Aaron were, so,
yeah. Well, I
yeah.
remember. I did not remember him. I think I remember the other one.
Yeah, the other one's Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, they're not anonymous anymore. um,
Whatever.
But they're probably, I know Eric will never be watching this, so it won't ever be a problem. And I don't know about Travis, but it's not a huge deal anyway, because I was not, I wasn't madly in love or anything and got shot down. But Eric, I was pretty fond of. That one really hurt. Being stuck in the friend zone just, it sucks. There's no nice way to put it. It just sucks. And there's no way out, and you just feel kind of trapped, and you're just. And then you get hung up on that person because you know you got friend zoned, so you can't just easily move on unless you have like excellent skills of just dropping a subject, which I do not. So it's no fun. Makes you kind of resentful all the time, and particularly with me because I'm sarcastic and a little bit volatile. So then I get kind of snappy with people, particularly the people who put me in the friend zone, and it just kind of inevitably goes south. So don't be bitter like I was, because if you're bitter, it'll ruin your friendship too. So you won't have them in your life. Period. That's a little bit tidbit of advice there. And I have also put one of our friends in the friend zone, which
He's deserving, but
Reaper, you know.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. Does he ever watch your videos?
He watches the gaming ones.
Eh, he really doesn't care. So, or at least he hasn't shown any care in a long time.
True.
But our beloved Michael, I put in the friend zone. It was right after I went through a really tough breakup. I had been with a guy for like 3 years, and it really, really sucked. And like a month after that, Michael had apparently had feelings for me for a while, and he asked me out. And I said yes to begin with, but I did warn him that I really wasn't sure what I wanted at this point because I was still emotionally scarred and I didn't know what was going to happen. So I at least warned him, which no one ever remembered. So as much as people wanted to be mad at me at that, I gave him a fair warning. But anyway, sticking him in the friend zone sucked because he's not a bad guy. In fact, he's really great. He's really sweet, and originally he really cared about people. He tried really hard for all of his friends and to keep all of his friends happy, even if he was miserable. He was just a good person to have around, but then he kept, I guess, dwindling. He got really resentful and hateful and angry at the world and kind of faded away from what he used to be, so it just...
In all honesty, I believe he faded into self-pity.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's an excellent way to put it. He has a lot of self-pity. I don't mind sharing this. Like, for instance, I have really bad anxiety. I have OCD, and I have clinical depression. And it's not fun to deal with, but I deal with it. I take my meds, I go through every day, and I deal with it. Some days are harder than others, but I just manage. But he doesn't always manage. He just wants to sit and wallow in his own misery and just be upset and make everyone else upset with him. He wants to drag everyone else down too, and so that's an excellent way to put it. And I kind of always had a little hope that once I got over my breakup and maybe he grew up a little bit, because he always was a little bit immature, then maybe things could work out. But he just continued to fade away into self-pity, so it just never could work. And I had to stick him in the friend zone, which in that particular situation really sucked. Because of course I really cared about him and he was my friend for years to begin with, so it wasn't a good experience at all. But I guess, in my opinion, it had to be done. So I think that's about it. I think that's all my experience on that topic.
I have a little bit more experience with that topic, sadly to say. I think since middle school, I believe I had to deal with that topic of being stuck in the friend zone, and it wasn't exactly always about relationships when I was stuck in the friend zone. It was more of even when I just wanted to be a friend to someone in the first place, I didn't even think romantic thoughts about them. I was later told that they stuck me in the friend zone, due to the fact that I was apparently, even as a kid, a ridiculous flirt. So a lot of the things that I would do that I didn't even think about as flirting or trying to act like I liked a girl came off that way. So I was stuck in the friend zone without even knowing I was stuck in the friend zone for the longest time, for most of the girls in middle school, at least. And it kind of sucked because they weren't exactly as close as the friends who knew me a little bit better, and they kind of were standoffish towards me because of that, and I didn't realize why until years later. But on more specific topics of when I went to the high school, which was with Phoenix and a few of our other friends, I really had a very bad crush on one of our friends for years. I was stupid. I was a little creepy.
Think less crush, more obsession.
As I said, I was a little bit creepy.
A lot creepy.
And didn't exactly express emotions correctly. So,
in your defense, that comes from your upbringing.
Very true. But
you got some crazy parents, man.
I'm not gonna pin that all on them. I was bad. I was bad. And that one in particular, I can understand why I was friend zoned because that was bad. That was very bad. I'm not gonna go into detail because that was just a really weird time in my life.
Needless to say, for like years, this went on.
For years, it went on and off. I liked other girls during those years, but
Yeah, but you always had a thing for her.
Yeah, I had issues in high school. We're just gonna put it at that. When it came to relationships, I had issues. So I was stuck in the friend zone a lot, and then based on how I acted towards her, usually, it stuck me in the friend zone with other people. So even when I didn't like her, it came back and bit me in the ass. So high school was not a fun time for me in the friend zone.
High school was not a fun time for any of us. Most of us did not have very good luck. At all.
Especially in the relationship regard.
Yeah. We all had really, really terrible luck. I guess particularly you and me.
Yeah.
We seem to have an incoming of girls. So all the time I would hear him talking about them. And what was that? Sierra? Was that the last one we had in high school?
I think either Sierra or Ashley. Not
No,
Barton.
I think Sierra was like on and off, and Ashley was before.
I was told that Sierra was before and after.
Yeah.
Because he would go on and off with either of them. So.
Yeah. Oh my god, I totally forgot about Jesse.
Oh god. Don't start on that one.
Yes. Oh my god, Jesse was hands down the worst boyfriend I ever had. And I only dated him for like 2 months. And it started out where he was kind of in our friend group a little bit, but he was almost like a little bit too intense. But kind of got some feelings for him, and I dated him, and it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And he was such a big baby that when he wanted to break up with me, he literally told me that I had to break up with him because he didn't have the guts to do it.
I remember saying something, I think, right before that started, that it wasn't gonna end well, but I'm not going to state that. No. I can't remember, honestly.
But anyway. Well, I kind of dated him because I liked him, and I'd never dated someone while I was in high school. So, because I had started dating Alex, the guy who I dated for 3 years, like, in middle school. So, I hadn't really dated anyone while I was actually in high school. So, I figured it wouldn't hurt, and my mother always harassed me about dating and being social, so I figured, what the hell, why not? And boy, did that bite me in the ass. That boy is crazy.
That boy was past psychopath. We're gonna put it that way.
Yeah, he was legitimately like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
We're having random side rants about things that happened in high school, so a lot of you may not know what the hell we're talking about, but it does have to deal with friend zoning, we swear.
In a way, he has something to do with the friend zone simply because I had to put him in the friend zone, and my god, was he so unfriendly. He was terrible to me. Do you remember how awful he was to me?
I remember how awful he was to you, and then after the breakup, how awful he was to everyone else.
Do you remember how, after the breakup, yeah, he was awful to everyone else, and especially to me? Do you remember how he used to aim the soccer ball at my head after we broke up?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to play soccer all the time because it was one of the few things we all really enjoyed to do, and he used to play with us. Well, him and his new little precious girlfriend, the bitch, would always, for some reason, come and play with us, and he would aim the soccer ball directly at my head. Every time. God.
But it's okay. High school's over, and we don't have to deal with them anymore.
Yeah, a little tidbit on where he ended up. He ended up with some chick that, not very fantastic, But both of her parents were Marines, and to impress them because they hated him, he joined the Marine Corps, and when that didn't work, he couldn't get out.
Oh, he figured out a way out of the Marine Corps, though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he used his knee having issues as a way out.
I'm surprised it wasn't a psych evaluation.
Oh, no. Apparently he was able to fake past that somehow, so.
That's amazing.
Especially me and Phoenix. Phoenix wanted to do a collab on the friend zone thing, but I know specifically me, I've had a lot of issues with friend zoning in the past, and so has she. So she wanted to kind of join in on the collab. It's not fun to have friend zoning. I've had to friend zone a couple of people myself. It was not fun at all, because then I figured out later that a lot of the values that I liked in certain girls came from the ones I had put in the friend zone, and it kind of made me feel bad about it. Because it was basically like using the ones who I had put in the friend zone as a kind of as a basis of what I would want a girlfriend to be, which kind of seems wrong. So,
that actually brings a point about the friend zone. A lot of times, you end up friend zoning people that you don't realize you have friend zoned. Like people that you find out later that you actually really like, but it's almost too late because you've been friends for so long and you just never thought about it, that you've kind of inevitably friend zoned each other.
Because it's too awkward otherwise.
But there's someone that you really care about and you've known a long time and they're always there for you, but you can't do anything about it. That situation just
sucks more than anything.
Because it's almost self-inflicted. And you didn't even mean to, but it's self-inflicted.
And if you try to do anything at that point, it would kind of be like, well, I've had this person as a friend so long, and I kind of like keeping them. So if anything bad happened, would I still have them as a friend? Usually that's a no. Because when relationships go south, people turn into dicks.
So, it takes a very rare kind of person to still be friends with someone even after they break up. Most people, and I'll admit most guys especially, cannot do it.
But I will have to say things at least in my favor as well as Michael's. Michael was able to keep the friendship.
Yes.
I've been put in the same situation to where I've had to do that, and then it lasted maybe 2-3 months before me and the girl broke up. I did have to applaud myself that even to this day, me and that girl are still friends, which is kind of shocking because she kind of was put off towards me for like a month, 2 months, 2.5 months after the breakup, but we are still friends to this day. So I have to at least applaud the fact that even with all the issues that have happened, we could still be friends on that. And if you have put someone in the friend zone that you find out you liked, try to see whether or not they like you back after, and see if it's too late or not. It may be, it may not be, but you never know unless you at least look.
Yeah, don't keep putting it off and don't wait to find things out. Just do it. If you're curious, nothing's going to fix it unless you say something. So.
And there was a hilarious thing I saw a long time ago. I can't remember what it was on, but basically it was a ploy at men. Everyone puts someone in the friend zone. It's just based on what you like, who you like, stuff like that. But I'd have to say I think it was a meme. The meme was when a guy is put in the friend zone, trying to get out, it shows a giant prison fence with barbed wire on top, and the guy's trying to jump over the fence, dodging bullets, all that kind of stuff. And
I don't see if this picture is relevant. It's stupid.
I kind of found it funny.
Continue. It's funny, but it's not an actual realistic image of the friend
It's
zone.
not realistic. I will admit that wholeheartedly. It may be realistic for men, but it would be that exact same way towards women. It is that exact same way towards women. But
Yeah.
I found it funny in the fact that right below it showed how women get out of the friend zone, and all they had to do was lean forward a little bit and show some boob, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yes, I realize I have crude humor, so anyone who doesn't like that from my channel, I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's amusing, but in all reality, even if that does work, that's not the kind of person that you really want to date long term, because it's
Completely true.
probably someone that will leave around. So
Very true.
just put it that way.
But yeah, you guys have been asking about me doing a topic on the friend zone, so figured might as well go ahead and do it. And Phoenix wanted to do a collab on it so she can get her view on the whole friend zone bit, put in her experiences. So
What the hell?
I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Leave a like and favorite if you did. Subscribe to see more awesome videos today. Future topics will happen as more messages come out on what you guys want to talk about. So
Don't forget to come over to my channel too, because mine's meant to be a
hers is meant to be.
kind of thing too.
I think hers is more meant for this kind of stuff than mine is. I'm just doing it because y'all asked me to answer these questions. So go check out her channel. It'll be in the description below. Subscribe to her channel as well. And I will see you guys later. Peace out, peeps. You guys are amazing. Deuces.